This is Satya Pradyuman of Cirrus Research. Our latest Signals report, which is a monthly report that focuses on asset allocation, was recently released. The title, Are You Chasing 2020 Leadership? And we'll talk a little bit about that in terms of this divergence between leadership among the larger cap stocks versus smaller stocks. And two, allocation models reflect recession concerns, less so inflation. This gets really interesting considering the way the markets have recently traded on inflation. This first chart relates our style oscillator. And basically, this boundary here is a neutral zone. As it gets above the readings, it tends to be in a growth-driven market. When it's below, it's a value-driven market. What's important to recognize is that the data is telling us that we're still in a growth-driven biased market. A lot of this has to do with the fact that the break in the profit cycle appears to be really driving this bias. So in other words, the concern for recessions, at least from what the data says, is paramount right now. This is in direct contrast to the way the markets are trading. The second point that we call is that, are you still hanging on to your 2020 lockdown leaders? And what we've been able to see is that there's been a significant divergence in the last 6 months in terms of trending factors in the small cap market versus large. In other words, trending factors in smalls working, large caps are completely inverted. This curve relates how crowded markets are. And the point of it is that when leadership stocks are expensive, then crowding and trending factors tend to break down. The fact that that's been flushed out for almost a year now is important. And so our point is that this latest phase of this pullback appears to be spreading to the large mega cap growth names. In other words, the sacred cows. Take a look at the report. This is the title of it. Again, it's a monthly, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions.